Okay, hello. We are back again for some more NEKOPARA Vol.01. Alright, pretty much we had our two little cat girls sneak into our, with our shit, our stuff for moving into the new place here. They pretty much came along, hidden in two boxes, and we spent some time with them. Of course, our, Kasho here. He, basically is pretty nice to them and letting them stay the night at least. Right now he's trying to get a hold of his sister. That's pretty much what this piece here that he can't get a hold of her stating. But Chocolate and Vanilla are the two cat girls, and the two, they're quite something. They really have an attachment for this guy. That's why they snuck along. And of course, they couldn't have done it themselves. They couldn't have just shipped themselves over there. So they had help of his sister. His sister is fully knowledgeable on what happened here. Now we're still on chapter 1. I believe we're getting close to the end of it though. So let's continue where we left off here. Still can't get a hold of her. Were there guests over today? When I checked the clock, it was past 10 o'clock already. Since then I tried calling Shigure several times, but couldn't get through to her. And just like that, it had already gotten this late. I've never gone this long without hearing from Shigure. I really didn't understand my family's schedule at all. Hey, Chocolate! Oh, we're already at this part? The bathing scene? Wouldn't you think that, he would be a pervert if he bathed with them, but instead he's a pervert because he has not bathed with them. I think what is implying there is perverted thoughts, which I think totally makes sense. I mean, if they start to mature, they start to look more sexual appeasing to him, more desirable, and maybe he doesn't think he can control himself that well. His libido might be getting a little better of him. Look at Vanilla's eyes. She's looking at Chocolate like, that's right. You haven't even grown that much. What are you talking about? Oh no, you made Chocolate mad! Aww. Yes, you have. You've grown to be both elegant little cat ladies. Oh, Vanilla, you smart ass. Vanilla, you're the one changing the subject. In any case, don't worry about the bath. You two need to get ready to go home. Oh, look, they're playing like, what do you mean, go home? Look at her, she's like, Chocolate's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. They're playing dumb. You look strangely handsome. Oh, you're trying to flatter him now. You're like, stop faking ignorance, you two. Cut that out. Two of them looked my way, about to distract me again. Since Shigure isn't picking up, I'll take you two home. So, go get ready to leave. Uh-oh. Chocolate and Vanilla turned away from me and cast their gazes downward. Returning home on the same day I had moved out. It seemed to be such a stupid idea that I did hesitate a bit. And there was no other way, nor was there time for excuses. I looked towards Chocolate and Vanilla as they hung their heads in silence and continued on. Listen up to you two. I'm going to open up my bakery. I've got no one to rely on, so I don't know how things will turn out. With all of that's going on, I don't know if I can take care of you two. Get it? I mean, it's already going to be difficult enough just looking after myself. Oh, no? It was a quiet voice, but I could barely hear. Chocolate said something with her head down. What did you say? I came closer and asked her to repeat herself. Oh, you made Chocolate mad! Oh no! Oh, she ran off! Wait, hey Chocolate!
私もダットのごとく、いや、脱猫のごとく離脱。
Wait, stop! Vanilla, why are you running away too? Vanilla does whatever Chocolate does. That's what I've noticed. She kind of like just tags along and does whatever. Chocolate wants to play a game or something right now? Chase around the bakery? It's dangerous, so stop running around. If you fall, you'll get hurt.
猫にそんな心配はご不要。人型でも猫は猫。さささ。
Maybe so in Chocolate's case, but aren't you bad with physical activity? Come on, I've got you now, Chocolate.
いやー、ご主人様のエッチ、どこ触ってるんですか？ご主人、ショコラの胸もろ触ってる。もうわしづかみ。
My, oh my. I'm not. It's because you two are running around. Hey, stop it. You're still going to run? I've got you, Vanilla. Oh no, we're being tickled. Wah! Chocolate, stop! Really? Wah!
Nice assist, ショコラ。ささ。
Like I said, stop running! Two of them didn't listen to a word I said as they continued to mess with me. And that was how the first night went. For now, I'll let you stay, but only for tonight. I don't have guest beds or futons, okay? Well, all that was happening, 11 o'clock became midnight. Even if I took them home, everyone was sure to be asleep by now. The one glimmer of hope I had, that Shigeru would call me back, didn't happen. So I decided that taking them home tomorrow was my first priority.
もちろんご主人様のベッドで寝ます。私もご主人のベッドで我慢する。
Cleverly, they had even brought pajamas. Just how much planning went into their schemes anyway? Really, if you two sleep here, where will I?
一緒に寝てくれないんですか？この子に及んで。ご主人は人の男子なのにお行儀が悪い。順番はご主人、ショコラ、私でいい。にゃー、ご主人様とバニラに囲まれて幸せにゃー。
I would rather be surrounded by both of you. Don't get ahead of yourselves, you two. A single bed for 3 people is too crowded.
じゃあ押しかけたのはショコラたちですし、ここでいいですよ。猫らしく丸まって寝ますし。贅沢は言わない私たち、超けなげ。猫の鏡。こんな感じで。
I watched the two of them lie down and curl up on the floor of an empty room without even curtains. That's way too pitiful of a sight to be called praiseworthy.
お引っ越ししたばかりで段ボールたくさんありますよね。
Are you gonna curl up in a box? Is that what you're saying?
お家作ったらあったかいって聞いたし、なんとかなる気がする。
Are you girls trying to make him feel bad because you're gonna get curled up in a box in an empty room like you're stray cats or something? That's something only strange people would say. Where did these cat girls get this information from anyways? Well, they probably read a lot of books and watched TV in Shigeru's room. Chocolate isn't good with kanji characters, so she only reads picture books though. I guess the bathing scene didn't come. I know it's coming at some point. I don't remember when. Ugh. Whatever. I need to go to sleep in my bed. It still gets pretty cold at night in April after all.
そしたらご主人様はどうするんですか？ショコラの隣？
I'm going to sleep on the sofa in the living room. Sofa can fit one person, and there's air conditioning in there if I need it. I thought he said it was cold. Why would he want air conditioning?
ダメですよ。それならショコラがソファーで寝ますから。ご主人様はバニラと一緒にお布団で寝てください。
Chocolate just wants to sleep with him. But you're saying that you're gonna sleep with Vanilla? Aw, are you trying to be such a nice cat?
私こそソファーのが落ち着く。ショコラとご主人でベッド使えばいい。
They moved quickly towards me like lions catching their prey. I placed my hands on their heads and spoke in a clear and stern voice. Listen up. I will sleep on the sofa, and you two will sleep in my bed. Those are your master's orders. Understood?
ご主人様。
She all sad. She's gonna use those little pouty face.
ご主人。
I said it like that deliberately. Two of them looked as if they wanted to say something, but they hesitated. They lowered their heads apologetically.
ごめんなさい。ご主人様。ごめんなさい。ご主人。
They mustered out, and they looked like they were on the verge of tears. Their obedience had the exact opposite effect I expected. It filled me with guilt. I felt a prickling sensation in my chest. My pain left me as I sighed and rubbed the two of them on the head. Come on, get going.
はい。
Aww. Good night. If anything happens, call for me right away.
はい。おやすみなさい。ご主人様。おやすみ、ご主人。
I gently rubbed the heads of the two spirited catgirls once more. See you in the morning. With that said, I turned the lights off in the room.
ご主人様。
They look sad.
本当にごめんなさい。迷惑をかけてしまって。
Diminishing voice echoed slightly in the darkened room. Pain in my heart from before became even sharper. I swallowed that pain and replied cheerfully. It's okay if it's just for one night. Don't worry about it.
ご主人様。
Now then, go to sleep. Really shouldn't act on my emotions, huh? I laid down on the sofa. I sighed while staring at the ceiling. If I gave in to my emotions, it would just lead to more sadness. I used kind of more hopeful words. It would all end up as lies. Pretty uncool of me to be so passive like this, while I continue to pile on insults and make excuses for my actions. I closed my eyes and waited for sleep to take over.
NEKOPARA。
Betty's.
その件に関しては、ショコラとバニラの意思を尊重したいと思います。ショコラとバニラがちゃんと納得したら迎えに行きますので。
Was what she told me when I was finally able to get in touch with her. Without any margin of negotiation space, I was struck down. But, Sigure, even if you say that, I don't think Chocolate and Vanilla will.
ところで兄様、この妹目に
The morning sweet nothings, said a little sister. Don't make it sound like it's a daily ritual or something. In any case, wait, Shigure. Seriously? As the ruthless electronic buzz of the dropped call echoed, I stared at my cell phone. And here I thought that I could sort all this out if I could just talk to Shigure. That's right. Yeah. And the Catgirls in question were happily stuffing themselves with sandwiches. These sandwiches, incidentally, contained tomato, cheese, and lettuce. With an over-easy fried egg tucked inside all of that, it was a simple meal. Breakfast was pretty much like this. You are definitely going home today, okay? I bet it is. I bet it is a world class of fun. Stop with the deliberately misleading words. I sighed at their happy-go-lucky mindset. I took the opportunity to fill their empty glass with milk. The eating habits of Catgirls were pretty much the same as those of humans, so my part was straightforward. Of course, what they liked and disliked depended on each individual Catgirl. Which makes sense, just like any regular, person or anything. And I would assume animals in general. Well, many animals, some of them do have picky habits. Some animals do have picky habits. I've had plenty of pets in my days, and some animals just are picky eaters. In the end, I wasn't able to get everything put away yesterday. Today, I really do have to start getting ready for the bakery's opening, too. That's why I don't have time to relax and play with you two. Be good girls and go home. I said that to them with a sandwich in my hand. So, she put her sandwich down on her plate, and just like yesterday, she looked at me with upturned eyes. Yeah, it's a problem, I answered her clearly. Aww. Her shoulders drooped more than before. The ears which sat atop her head drooped down more heartedly, too. Unable to make fun of anything, Vanilla could only look on with concern. I do have a question with Catgirls. Do they have just the ears on their heads, or do they have ears on their, on the side of their head as well? Like, they have 4 ears. They probably don't. But I've noticed that, pictures of anytime I see Catgirls, all you see is the ears on top of their head. It always made me wonder. Do they have, 4 ears or just 2 ears? Because they always have, long hair. But I'm assuming, they only have the 2 ears. That's the easy assumption, but it just made me wonder before. Pain from last night pricked at my heart again. Tilted the already cooled coffee a cup. My emotions dulled, unimpeded by my judgment. Her usually always perky ears were drooping. Chocolate was speaking clearly under her own volition. Of course, Vanilla. Wherever Chocolate goes, you're going with her. kind of expect that. Whatever she does, you're gonna do it with her, just about. You are always together.
私もここにいたいと思う。
Ella's usually blank expression did not change. However, she showed me her strong determination. I don't remember chocolate or vanilla ever being this disobedient. The thought stayed at the back of my mind. But if I was going to be swayed by that, then I wouldn't have said this. That? Understood? Oh. At the door. I think I know who it is.
ご注文ありがとうございます。ロイヤルフット
Tableware
です。
seller. Oh no. Hello, tableware seller.
ご注文いただきましたティーセットの配達にお伺いしました。ではこちらお店の中に運んじゃいますね。こちらの段ボールで全部ですね。では間違いなければ受領書にサインをいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
She smiled brightly and wrote out the invoice along with the pen. Okay, let's see. I looked over the sales invoice I received once more. Somehow, this doesn't look like what I ordered.
え、本当ですか？それは品物が違うということでしょうか。
Now, the stuff I ordered is in here too, but I looked over at the pile of boxes inside the bakery. Behind my tiny bakery was a mountain of boxes. A mountain! It was as if the inside of the bakery had become completely made of boxes. Well, you make it look like it's that many boxes. I doubt there's that many boxes. As you can see, we don't need this much tableware inside the bakery.
すみません。すぐに本社に確認しますので、少々お待ちいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。 大変申し訳ございません。こちらのミスで別の注文書と混じってしまっていたようでして、水無月様の方もすぐにご入りようと思いますので、もしよろしければご注文分の食器を受け取っていただければと思うのですが。
Accept this order? For all this? A mountain of cardboard boxes towered over everything. I was at a loss for words. Every box was an equal size. I wouldn't know what was inside each of them without opening them up. On top of that, looking at the sales invoice, I could see that they all contained expensive tea sets and tableware. And if I accepted it all, it'd be a lot of work to deal with all the new items. There's still things that need doing in advance of my bakery's opening, so I don't mind accepting these. But it's going to take a while to deal with all this.
もちろん私もお手伝いさせていただきますので。
My, that's actually quite nice of her. I mean, you think about it. I mean, she's just there to drop them off. Not really, I don't think, to help you put them away or figure out what's in these boxes or whatever.
私も次の配達に行かないといけないですし。
Look, you don't need to put all this pressure on me. Wait, did I read that wrong? Did she say that? I thought she said that she was willing to help. Maybe I read that wrong. From the looks of it, it would take 2 hours or more. But to have it re-delivered would take double the effort too. Look at who it is peeking over there. That's right. I have a lifeline.
にゃですか？猫ちゃんたち本当に助かりました。ありがとうございます。本当にありがとうございます。では私はこれで失礼させていただきますね。
I'm exhausted. I glanced at the tableware we had finished organizing. lowered myself into a chair and relaxed my shoulders.
ご主人様、冷たいお茶です。どうぞ。
Oh, I thank you, Chocola. Thanks, Chocola. Don't mind if I do. I downed the cold tea in one gulp. Somehow or another, the light meal tableware had arrived. Soon, I really had to get the bakery ready for this opening. I did say I needed any help I could find, and I really did need help this time.
褒めて褒めて褒めて褒めて。
She wants to be praised. I could sense the praise me aura coming from Chocola. Had a wide smile on her face and was in a ready stance to receive my approval. Thanks. I couldn't have done it without you two.
ご主人様に褒めてもらっちゃったよ、バニラ。
My! Getting excited just for saying, hey, you did awesome, thanks.
柱の陰から見守ってた甲斐があったね。よしよし。ショコラ、ご主人様の役に立てましたね。やっぱりご主人様一人じゃお仕事大変だと思うんです。猫の手でも存分に役に立つ。私たちがいなかったらまだ仕分け続行中だと思う。
It's probably true. Hey, you two are getting a bit too close. And they leaned forward towards me with emphasis. It is true that without you two around, this would have been a real problem. But that's a different issue than the one from before. You two have to go back home. Besides, it's not like I could ask you two to work for me or anything, okay? Aw, they're down again.
やっぱりダメですか。
You keep making the cat's girl sad. Her shoulders drooped along with her ears and tail. The enthusiasm she showed earlier had completely disappeared. Man, these cat girls are playing with his heart. It's like, oh, don't do that. Stop that. You know how to get your way, don't you? She sighed deeply and looked disheartened.
お掃除でもしてきます。せっかくですし。
What an emotional roller coaster with these cat girls, huh? All of a sudden, it's all happy and everything like that, and now it's all sad. Shrugged up to the second floor, still dejected. Chocola isn't an idiot. I knew she was pushing herself to be bright and full of energy. But even so, this wasn't something I was going to easily change my mind about. It was all the more with how much she cared for me.
ご主人、私たちがいたらそんなに迷惑？悪い子？
Spoke quietly in her usual way. Vanilla tilted her head as she asked that question. You two aren't bad cat girls, and that's why I can't have you stay here.
悪い子じゃないのにダメなの？
Because you two are good cat girls that I can't allow it. I don't understand what he's saying there. Are you saying that if they were bad cat girls, you would let them stay there? That's what you're kind of giving off there. Like, making that statement. Oh, you're not bad, you're good. And that's why I can't let you stay here, because you're good cat girls. She blinked as she took in my words. It was almost as if she was trying to peer inside my heart. She stared directly at me, long and hard.
人って難しい。猫にはそういうのはわからない。好きならそばにいたい。少なくとも私はそう思うけど。
Vanilla.
ショコラのところ行ってくる。
Yeah, go check on your sister. With those words, she went upstairs. The sound of her small footsteps slowly disappeared, and before long I couldn't hear them anymore. Humans are hard to understand. Huh? Inside the bakery, now devoid of anyone but myself, I repeated those words she had just said to me. Now that I think about it, it's a pretty inconsistent way of thinking, isn't it? Cats do not understand that. Having heard that said aloud, I began to understand what it really meant. Must be pretty nice to live the simple life of a cat girl, huh? I pondered as I looked at the name of the bakery affixed to the window. Bitter smile. I began to clean up the tea sets that had arrived earlier.
Nekopara. あれ、今日はあのたこ焼き屋がいない。
Aw, no takoyaki seller. Just like yesterday, we took a walk through the park in the evening. However, that food stand was nowhere to be found. It just so happened that no one was home on the day I decided to take the two cat girls home. So you were going to take them home, now you're stuck with them again. Just so happened to be that, I went out, went back home, no one was there, and I'm stuck with the two cat girls for another day. I had also happened to leave the house key behind, so to make good use of time, I went to do some shopping before Shigure got home.
ごめんバニラ。なんだっけ、また旅だっけ。だいたいそんな感じ。
Catnip? Oh man. You girls with catnip? That isn't the right word at all. Chocolate, if you're tired, why don't we rest a bit?
はい、少しだけ。でも大丈夫ですから。心配かけてごめんなさい、ご主人様。
No need for you to apologize. Got a troubled smile on her face as she nodded. It was pretty clear why she wasn't in good spirits. That's why there was nothing I could really say to her. Well, there happens to be a bench over there, so why don't we rest a bit?
じゃあ私、何か飲み物買ってくる。
Ah, thanks. Something for everyone, okay?
了解。任された。
Bye-bye, Vanilla. I handed Vanilla some change and offered the bench to Chocolate. Aw, she looks so down. The constant sea breeze rustled the trees in the park. All that could be heard throughout the empty park were the quiet sounds of nature. I silently sat down next to the disheartened Chocolate. Like the gentle setting sun, time passed by slowly.
ショコラ、帰ります。
Aww. Her voice was so quiet that I wasn't quite sure if I had heard her or not. Even so, she answered clearly. Without saying a word, I responded by gently rubbing Chocolate's head.
たまにはご主人様に電話してもいいですか？
Aww. Yeah.
またご主人様のところに遊びに来てもいいですか？
Yeah.
ご主人様はショコラたちのことちゃんと毎日思い出してくれますか？ショコラは離れててもご主人様って呼んでてもいいですか？
Her voice trembled as she frantically wiped away her tears. She stifled her sobbing and her voice became strained. She looked pained as she did her best to hold back her emotions, biting her lips. I held back my irresponsible words that were on the brink of coming out with all my strength. Yeah, of course I will. Aww. Crying. I was frustrated at myself for saying nothing. I was empty. I could only offer condolences that could not be put into words. I rubbed Chocolate's head as gently as I could.
やっぱりご主人様は優しいですね。
I don't really think I'm kind at all.
ご主人様、前も同じこと言ってましたから。
Before? Chocolate closed her eyes and smiled.
覚えてますか？ショコラとバニラをご主人様としぐれちゃんが連れて帰ってくれた時のこと。
Ah, of course I remember that. Oh, turning back the clock, are we? It was a cold day half a year ago. Chocolate and Vanilla were huddled together, crying by the side of the road. They were still so young, they couldn't even speak yet. That day that I embraced their small, cold bodies, took them home with me. No way I could simply forget that important day when our family grew. In the beginning, you two really couldn't get used to things at home.
あの時は知らないお家で知らない人と猫ばっかりで怖くて。
You wouldn't eat at all, which really worried Sugu, right?
はい、とっても心配かけちゃいました。
I started to hear a tiny bit of laughter in her voice as we reminisced about the past.
ショコラとバニラが熱を出した時のことも覚えてますか？
Ah, I definitely do remember that. Ooh, another... It was a few days after we brought Chocolate and Vanilla home. Aw, they were such little cuties when they were little younglings. Aww. Now how could you leave something like that on the side of the road? How could you abandon such things? They're so cute. At that point, they'd only occasionally drink some water. And, as always, they didn't really touch their food. A combination of malnourishment and cold weather had already begun to weaken their bodies. Both developed high fevers and were in pain.
あの時は夜中で誰にも気づいてもらえなくて、とにかく苦しくて辛くて寂しくて、声も出せなくて、手も足も全然動かなくて、助けて、誰か助けてって思いながらただただ泣いてたんです。そしたら
It's alright. I'm with you two, so don't worry.
ご主人様が大きくてあったかい手で撫でてくれたんですよね。ずっとそばで大丈夫大丈夫って言い続けてくれて、ショコラとバニラのこと撫で続けてくれてました。朝になって病院に行くまでずっとそばにいてくれて、不安で心細かったのが全部嘘だったみたいに。あの時も同じこと言ってました。俺は別に優しくなんかないって。でもショコラたちはご主人様が助けてくれなかったらここにいなかったです。
You might kind of explain some of her attachment to him. Somewhat.
あの時ご主人様がそばにいてくれなかったら誰も信じられないままでした。ご主人様のおかげでご飯も食べれるようになりました。しぐれちゃんともみんなとも仲良くなりました。だからあの時からショコラのご主人様はご主人様になったんです。ショコラはそれからずっと優しいご主人様のことが大好きなんですよ。
I wish that her tear-filled eyes would not spill over. Tears were filled with anxiety, sadness, and happiness. She smiled all she could before me.
だから、ソコラはご主人様がいなくなっちゃうって聞いて、いても立ってもいられなくて、どうしても一緒に行きたくて、しぐれちゃんにお願いをしたんです。
She said that with the faintest of smiles, one that seemed as if it would disappear at any moment. Words were so gentle and warm, but there was also an undeniable sadness and emptiness mixed in with them. Akala. I was the one she was saying all this to. Even so, the only thing I could say back to her was her name.
お金のこととか難しいことはやっぱり猫にはわからないです。でもやっぱりソコラはご主人様のそばにいたいんです。ご主人様が辛くて大変そうなのなんとなくわかります。本当になんとなくですけど、お掃除でもお洗濯でもお料理でもショコラがお手伝いできることは何でもしますから。今すぐにはできなくても絶対にちゃんとできるようになりますから。だからもう一度だけお願いしちゃダメでしょうか。ショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。
Akala voiced her feelings clearly once again, and barely kept her tears from overflowing. Akala could be with me. I was engulfed by my inner thoughts, which were ready to overflow. She yearned for me so earnestly. For her to so inconceivably believe in me, there should be no reason for me to be against it. On that day, chocolate and vanilla became an important part of my family. As long as they were with me, the days would be bright and enjoyable. I was simply selfish for leaving home like that. I didn't want to keep my dear family wrapped up in my selfishness, or have them experience any unnecessary hardships because of me. You are important to me, after all.
私たちは猫だから自分に素直なだけ。
Looks like someone has returned. My inner conflict was disrupted by Vanilla. Vanilla had returned at some point, and she looked straight at me as she sat at Chocolate's side.
私なら楽しいことならショコラと一緒がいい。たとえ辛いことでもショコラと一緒にいたいと思う。だって一緒にいれないことの方が寂しくて辛いから。
Vanilla.
本当に好きなら迷惑かけたって一緒にいたい。それでも一緒にいたいものだと思う。私たちが幸せかどうかなんていくらご主人でも決めつけるのは違うと思うよ。それに大事な人が大変ならなおさらそばにいたい。何ができるかはわからないけど、でも辛い時にそばで励ますことくらいできるよ。
It was as if her gentle, warm, and soft smile had become the setting sun. These uncharacteristic words from Vanilla deeply penetrated and seeped into my heart.
だからきっとしぐれも私たちがご主人のところについていくのを許してくれた。しぐれはご主人と一緒に行くことはできないから代わりにお願いって からご主人が本当にショコラのことを思うなら一緒にいるべきだと思う。
There was not even the faintest bit of hesitation. They were such honest and absolutely straightforward words. Who am I to dictate chocolate and vanilla's happiness? Only those words continue to strongly resonate in my mind, which was otherwise empty.
たとえ何不自由のない暮らしでもご主人様がいないのは嫌なんです。いくら大変でもショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。だからお願いします。ご主人様のそばにいさせてください。ここがショコラがいたい場所なんです。
He was on the verge of tears, but Chocola's face lit up. There were nothing but absolutely pure, genuine words. Humans really are at a loss for words when it comes to Catgirls, huh? Saying no to their words. Not something I could bring myself to do.
ご主人様、それって。
It won't be like it was back at home. You can't just live here however you like. Got it?
大丈夫です。ご主人様がいるだけでショコラは幸せですから。やれやれ、ついにご主人陥落。いやよいやよも好きのうちだね。
The dreary moment seemed to be blown away by her dazzling smile. Despite all this talk about family, perhaps I was the one that didn't really believe in it. Thinking about all this from their perspective, it was very simple. Although I thought it was all still so immature, perhaps Catgirls were more human than humans were when it came to honesty. From here on out, we need to do our best all together.
毎晩大トロじゃなくて大丈夫です。たまにでいいです。お肉も A4 でいい。松阪牛なら脂身最高。
Is that all you guys have been eating at home? Even if the road ahead of us is uncertain? I lovingly rubbed their heads to see if they're... Aww. That was a pretty emotional little section there. That's why I didn't really comment too much. Really want to say anything, I just wanted to read it all. Alright, why don't we head back to the shopping district then?
なんでですか？お買い物はもう終わったんですよね。
We have to go buy that shampoo you guys like, don't we?
おー、ご主人かっこいい。ついでに松阪牛も買おう。
Well, today's a celebration, so why not?
やったー！お祝いパーティーですね。ご主人太っ腹。さすがは私たちのご主人。
I think you should spoil them too much, man. They're gonna keep probably expecting that stuff if you keep doing that, if you do that. Just this once, okay? And this was the beginning to a bright, new life. And together with the happy and high-spirited Chocolate and Vanilla, we took the first steps toward it. Oh, that is actually weird. I'm not gonna lie, but for some reason, the recording is a black screen. I have no idea why. Well, I'll talk to this. This is basically, I think, the end of chapter 1, pretty much the beginning. So I'm actually going to be ending this off here and everything. I'm actually quite surprised that, for whatever reason, this is a black screen on the recording. I can't really explain why, but it is. Let's just skip all that. Maybe it'll come back. There we go. I believe that's the end of the chapter 1, actually. Well, as I said, we're going to end that off there. Well, guys, thank you for thanks for watching. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you all for watching this. I like the NEKOPARA series. It is pretty straightforward. There's not really any decision making or anything in this type of visual novel. It's pretty much a static visual novel. I believe that's the words they put onto it. I think that's what category they put into a static visual novel. I think is what they put the category in. Maybe there's a different word that I'm thinking about, but basically I think you get the idea. There's no decision making. It's just story. Alright guys, thank you for watching this. I enjoy this series. I'm looking forward to finishing this up so I can finally start Volume 2. You all have a great day. You guys all have a great day.